So how's everybody today? Now, here's today's project. Well, today, however many days it takes. Gonna snip this bad boy off behind the cab mounts. Gonna tear the front out, get rid of that. So first I'll have to go in, see if there's any wires or much wires, snip them off, cut them, fuel lines. And then of course the muffler on, I have to tear that off and pull the dry shaft out. Hopefully not make a mess. Try to catch a lot of oil, but the high pressure pump grenaded in the truck. So quick investigation. The cab mount's down through here as far as I can tell, down through this cross member. So I'll have to cut it off just ahead of that cross member. Like I say, there'll probably be some fuel lines and some wires and whatnot. I'll have to saw this here exhaust off. A few hydraulic lines here to remove. Now when you're working in the poor man's shop, otherwise known as the great outdoors, you can't forget your piece of lay-on cardboard. Shove that. There we go. Now one thing to remember, if you're ever pulling a drive shaft out, is to block your wheels. I don't think I have too much of a worry because we got a couple anchors in the ground here. That should hold her. Anyway, of course I need a friggin' 12-point socket, so. Alright, well I broke these free anyway. I love working under shit with stuff falling in your friggin' eyes all the time. I love it. What kind of a smack it's gonna take to knock it out. You can see it's been in there a while by the looks of her. These might be good straps too, so. And these bolts. I do run a Chev truck very similar too, so they would probably be dandy on that. And really this yoke would probably work. So I got a yoke on the back of my truck that's wore out. But I did manage to bush it up a little bit because the cat was trying to churn in the friggin' yokes. Take the reset saw here and probably cut the wires off and stuff in between the back of the cab. That'd be the fastest way to do that. Shouldn't be too much oil going. I mean, I'll take the hydraulic lines off, of course, because that would just be lazy, I guess. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Oh, maybe. It's awkward as frig underneath here, but do what I can, man. Oh, bugger. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, like that now, baby. Run out of there, sweetheart. There we go, baby. Take that. Hold off the slip shaft here. That'll let her drain, baby. It's coming right off that bottom rad hose down there. So that'll vacuum her out. Yeah, once that's done, I don't have to worry about getting a bunch of friggin' old coolant all over the place. Cool. Oh, stop that, honey. Get sideways. Let's put you upside down. Guys are like a bunch of bats now. Cut it off back here. You can't even see it anyway. Wow. Voila. One exhaust. I see part of the downpipe fell down too. And there she be, a two-part track. Alright, I burned her in, welded here, welder across there, down here, or up here I guess you could say. Should really take the grinder and maybe try to level it a little, but I did bevel my plate. And I got it clean here, so now I got to sit my plate in. I want approximately 2 inches up on here. So. So next order of business, this pole, I need roughly about 2 feet out the back. It isn't much to get out past this big boom that sticks 5 feet out. I need, well, it's 4. I measured the tractor that it's going to be used on, more or less. It's 2 foot from the back window to the hitch pin. So I got to be that far, and then it's going to leave 2 feet in between, which that doesn't leave much if you go down in a hollow or something. So we'll give it maybe another foot, maybe 6 inches. We'll see how I feel when it gets time to weld it, because that'll be the deciding factor. If it ain't the wire brush gone missing, it's the chipping hammer. There's my pole. I'll reach in here and notch this out. Of course, both sides will be like that, and this will actually drop down through halfway. Weld to it. And this will give the back of this pole a lot of support when welded inside the back of the frame, side to side, and straight out pole. Well, check her out. Tell me that don't look solid. Now, I did triple pass the bottom. Why? Well, I don't really know, just because I like welding, I guess. But anyway, gotta clean the bottom of the frame up, both sides, and then I'll shove the pole in, probably scuff that up on the front a little bit. It's been sitting around. Scuff that up maybe a hair, shove the jack under it, shove it up under the frame. I'm gonna weld the tops. Anywhere I can weld, I'm gonna get on it, stick some weld, but then I'm gonna brace top, side, and side. That way it should be, because there's gonna be a lot of pole out here too. That boom sticks out a long ways, so I'm gonna have a 6-foot pole on it, so that's quite a distance for. So I'll put a 4x4 probably, by quarter maybe, off the top of that plate, down about 4 feet out on the hitch, and then one off each kind of side, a little bit of an angle. There. We got her stuck on here. Yep, crashed out. Same old deal. I did reach up in and try to weld what I could. I can't tell what it looked like, but this side, the frame was too rusty. I couldn't really, yeah, and it's a hard thing to clean. Well, you can see how bad it is there. But there's enough weld on the underside. You know, I didn't undercut that frame any. I really worked that to make sure I built it in good, so lots of strength there. And I built this corner in, triple pass this. And really, there was a little gap there I could reach the rod and really gouge her, so I put a lot of material back in that. So that baby should be strong. I don't think I'll weld the back side, just because the front side is welded, and that can't, like, there's not the strength there. Like, hey, the pull force really will be back here on this. There will be some there, of course, but that, as you can see, I welded her in good. I might reach in. So there we have it. Nice big brace. Hydraulics. I gotta try the hydraulics yet, make sure it works. He brought me a jack he wants welded on. Anyway, that's it for that. Hope you liked watching. Give it a big thumbs up and all that fun stuff. Thanks.